What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? K Mega 405. What's up? Coming to you live from the 405. Well, I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there, man. I hope you guys came and checked out Fight Night last night. I started a little late. Played some Dead or Alive 6 last round. Started off pretty good, man, but got my head beat towards the end. Had some really good close matches, but it was still fun. We'll run it back probably next week. I don't know. We're supposed to be having community night tomorrow night, playing some Halo 5. So if y'all down to come and join us for that, please do. And anyway, but without further ado, let's get started. What's happening? Yeah, I'm on time, guys. I'm on time. Yes, sir. Okay. And what's going on with you, Stanley Francis? What's happening with you? As always, fan, appreciate you coming through. As always, thank you. Do have quite a bit to discuss today. There's really only two companies, Xbox and Sony, but Xbox and PlayStation, but a lot going on. So we got this so-called bloodbath today. And I want to make sure before I get started, I want to say this. There's no good things. There's nothing good that happens when people get laid off. So, my heart goes out to those people that got laid off here just recently, I guess, today, the 1,600 or so, or soon, and then the other like 3,200, or altogether it's going to be 3,200 people getting laid off. So my heart goes out to them. I hope y'all get one hell of a severance package, see where y'all can take off for 3 to 6 months, recharge the batteries, get you a new gig, and get busy. I really do hope that for you guys. I mean, because really at the end of the day, we bitch and complain about it, right? Like we don't like the fact that there's people that lose their jobs, but then we never talk about them ever again. I mean, it's just like with the situation just happened with Sony here not too long ago with those people getting laid off. Xbox did it earlier this year. And then just like for Ubisoft and just in the industry as a whole, it has just been nasty. It just kind of tells you that gaming is in a really weird place. What's going on with you, Sean? What's happening? Oh, I was really going to do some preaching today if my Ninja Theory was shut down. But with all that being said, like that's the first and foremost. Like my heart goes out to everybody like that because there's families that's affected. There's people today that had a job or have a job for today or for this week, and then they don't. So, these are human beings that's being affected. You know what I'm saying? It's much more beyond just the video game aspect of it. So, like I said, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, it is the business, and we've been seeing this if you've been following it for as long as I have, and that has been, it just happens. It's just business, and it sucks, and I hate it. I know how I felt when I got laid off the 2 times that I got laid off in my working career. So it sucks. You just getting through the day and then, you like, damn, what? So it's a gut wrenching moment. So just like I said, hopefully they get a good severance package. I mean, Microsoft has got plenty of money to do that. So take care of those people, man. Real talk. And even if their contractors, take care of those people. So anyway, all right, well, let's get to it. Now, I hope you guys will appreciate this for a second. I always tell you guys I wait to get information. Even when there's rumors and there's other than now, I'll speculate on things. I think we all, that's fine to speculate. But I always wait to make sure that if I'm going to tell you something, no matter how small my channel is, I still feel like a content creator. I have to tell you guys the truth. That's what's happening within the gaming space. And, and just telling you my truths on top of that as well. But to give out misinformation, to follow the rumors, to be one of the first people to say, "Ooh, I did this. I made this content first before anybody else." And then it turns into this avalanche of just toxic BS, right? Like just whatever. So anyway, with that being said, there's a lot of fools out there today. I mean, again, they'll act like they're, if they're partially right about the layoffs, or if they're going to say, well, we don't know yet of what Xbox is going to. No, 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 no. This was supposed to be Xbox Red Wedding. And if you've ever watched Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding episode, that's exactly what this was supposed to be. It was called the Bloodbath. This was supposed to be closures of studios, and we did get the thousands of people to be laid off. And I think that everybody kind of had an understanding of that. But there was supposed to be closures. Game Pass was supposed to be gone finito curtains. Like Xbox was on the verge of selling itself, or of being sold off from Microsoft, and this and that and the third, and what we got was bad, but it was nowhere near as bad as what was projected. And that is the thing of where I'm saying is the gaming media. I said this the other day. When I did my thoughts, was that it was pretty damn weak of the gaming media to take rumors and take from so-called insiders all the rhetoric. Because again, it was like I was saying, you're putting people's emotions in check, like if, in peril. Like, think about this for a second. You sit here and it's not like everybody didn't see this all through social media and talk about it on video, on gaming video sites. And I'm sure, like, once those rumors started swirling around in those studios, people were like, whoa, what's happening? What's going on? Now, the one thing that I hope that was a positive was that there was communication well before this information even got leaked, but who the hell knows? But the thing of it is that, like, when the gaming media took all these rumors and posted it and act like this was actually going to happen the way that this so-called bloodbath was supposed to happen, it didn't do any of that. There was no closures. And that's the positive thing about this, because today it was just like I said, if I found out that Microsoft got rid of Ninja Theory, you would have heard me talk so bad about Xbox like you've never heard before. There would be no reason for a studio of that caliber to be disposed of. You know how much I love Ninja Theory. I love Ninja Theory. I think that I hate that they're not even a part of Xbox, but I'm happy that they still have their studio, and I'm glad that somebody else is going to take advantage of their quality. And I'll still get to play Senua and anything else that they make. And just like with anything else, with Compulsion, with Undead Labs, with Double Fine, I wish them all the best, and especially maybe hopefully that maybe we can get another South of Midnight at some point, but who knows? But at least those studios can still create and still do the best that they can. With that being said, though, like, all these people, man, came out here saying all this garbage, and not one person I've seen come out and say, yeah, that was my bad. Nobody from the media. Matter of fact, I'm even seeing some double down stuff from certain media places of talking about, oh, Xbox is a disaster. Wait, hold up. Huh? You don't see this backlash that Sony's getting, but yet Xbox a disaster? I'll get to Sony here in a minute. When I show you this graph, I got some information to show you guys about this whole Sony thing. It is bizarre, but I can definitely understand the reasoning of why they're doing what they're doing. I will get to that here later. But this is the reason why I take my time on waiting. I damn sure wanted to get started and talk about it. And I was going to let everybody say, like, hold up, chill. Let's just wait, until we won't know anything until July, because that's when these businesses usually start their fiscal year. And that usually we'll find out from anywhere from July to October, November, whenever that fiscal year ends for them, for those companies. But we were going to find out. And so we did. And it just blows my mind that the gaming media, that is so bought off. So listen, one of the gentlemen from Digital Foundry just let it out the bag about how he just loves Sony, and that's fine to love PlayStation. There's nothing wrong with that, but damn, you have to be objective. Your job is to to not put your emotions behind it. And we see it too much, especially as Xbox gamers, Xbox fans, of how the media is so clear and it's just so clear on their direction on how they treat Sony and how they treat Microsoft. It's not even, it's right there in your face. It's right there in your face. And so that's why I was saying it was so disappointing to see Xbox content creators out here jump on the bandwagon, kiss that ass, and sit there and start following behind instead of taking their time and doing what was right by just being patient. Nope, content got to come out. I got to get that ad revenue. I got to do this. And you look like damn fools too, because y'all ran with it. Just like the stands, just like the gaming media. So some Yahoo out there that was on these sites that was so anonymous, there was somebody who formerly worked, whatever, came out with all this bullshit. And then, you know what? That's what I'm saying. Like, put a face with it. If you put your name on it, if you're going to make these type of claims, and this is on any of these type of rumors and predictions and things like that, put a name on it. Stop being a coward. Put a name on it so we can sit there and we can give you the praise for you coming out and letting everybody know the truth, or we can put your ass on blast for sitting there starting bullshit. And again, it's like I said, nobody's even thinking about putting in consideration about the people that are involved in this, that I have to sit here and think. Like, just think about you at your workspace, and all of a sudden you hear all these rumors, and then you're working at one of these studios and you're talking about they're going to be closed. If you were working on a game, if you had ideas of thinking on it, that's going to kind of change your whole perspective of everything. Well, hell, if the studio's closing down, why do I need to sit there and keep working? I need to look for another job. You see what I'm saying? Like, these things are the climate of today of how information gets rushed out, and people are so quick to lie to you, to lie to us with a bold face is just absolutely gross. Absolutely gross. So I just had to get that off my chest because it just made no damn sense to me whatsoever. But it is true. Yes, it's good that there's no studios closed. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy about the situation about all of these companies. Now, there is maybe one caveat behind this, and that's the Arcane situation with Blade. And I'm believing it's, I believe that it's supposed to be delayed, the game, Blade game. I don't know, but it's just what I've, been following. And my interpretation of it could be, it could be two factors. One, of course, is definitely these games are taking way too long to be made. I mean, and it was kind of like with the Blade movie. You're saying you got Mahershala Ali that's been waiting to do the Blade movie for what, 8-9 years now? Like when it first got announced, and then, how hard is it to make a badass dude kill vampires? I don't know. So it's the same with the game. I understand that you got to be creative with certain things, got to be slick with stuff. Arcane has their certain type of art style, that art style that they showed at when they showed the trailer. Looked dope. I would have been cool with that. Now, there could be, of course, when you have those decisions, would it be open world? Would it be kind of closed in? Whatever the case may be. I get all that on those decision making, but damn, I mean, how long are we talking about? Right? So it could be the creative freedom aspect on that. The second thing, in which I think is probably the most important, and this is just me speculating. I don't know anything on this end. It could be that Disney contract. Man, Disney is not playing when it comes to their IPs. They are not playing any games. They definitely want to make sure that they get every dime that they possibly can. And maybe that they want to have a different direction because maybe this game is not going to probably follow behind the footsteps of at the once movie that was supposed to come out or anything of that nature. But again, they got a direction of where they want to go, and maybe Arcane had to work within those parameters. I don't know. But something tells me that this might lean more to Disney having so much input, and then of course how much money Microsoft has to pay Disney in order for this game to be pushed out to the public. So I think that's probably more so the situation. I mean, it's no different than what Insomniac has to deal with, and PlayStation has to deal with, or I should say, Sony has to deal with Disney, because of all these, because of now Wolverine, because of Spider-Man. Even though like they own the movie rights, but they don't own the video game rights, so they have to pay Disney a hell of a lot of money. And of course, part of this deal is, between Sony and Disney is because, they're doing the movie stuff together and all this and that and the third. And then there's those rumors that's going around. And I've been hearing it. I first heard those rumors about like 3 years ago that maybe Sony might be willing to sell. But like I said, those are rumors. I'm not going to sit there until we find out something that's concrete. I'm not going to come out and say that that's actually going to happen. But again, Disney don't play around, and they want their money and they want things to be done a certain way. So that could be a part of it as well. But still, even with that, I'm not a developer. I'm not going to try to act like I'm one, but I don't know how hard it is, and that probably might not be the hardest thing to make a kick-ass vampire killing game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there might be so many other factors to it. So, but the Arcane thing is a little bit shaky. I don't know about that situation. I don't see that there'll be any closures or anything of that nature, but there could be a potential that Blade game might get canceled. So that would suck. But at least Arcane, whatever could happen with Arcane, could they be peeled off, or could they be, maybe go into work on something else, or I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find more about that later. That's still like speculation. What's going on with you? Tashani says, okay, Mega Ninja Theory has to make titles that sell and make money. You can't have companies that are not turning over a profit. Now, that's where I'm going to get into on this aspect of it. And as much as I love Ninja Theory and their work, there is no question that Hellblade is an acquired taste. And I, you know what I'm saying? I adored the games, even when it was exclusive on PlayStation. I'm like, oh my God, like this is what I'm talking about. Like I just loved it. And I've just been a fan ever since. So, but let's just go over a list right here of some of the games that with these studios, what they've made here in the last, 8 to 9 years. Okay. So Undead Labs, once they got acquired, we've been waiting on, State of Decay 3. So, and so once they got acquired, we've been waiting for State of Decay 3. Now they're going to be part of somebody else. We don't know yet who, but they obviously will be absorbed by another bigger publisher. And State of Decay 3 will be finally out. But so we have no games from Undead Labs, and that's with between 8 and 9 years. That's not a good look. So then when you go to Compulsion, you did have that one indie, but they weren't a part of Xbox at the time. So the only game that we've gotten from them is South of Midnight. That's it. And so that's in 8-9 year span. Yeah. And I mean, South of Midnight's a fantastic game. I love it dearly. But Then when you go to like Double Fine has done Keeper and Keelan. I think Keelan is that one game that just recently came out, the multiplayer with the cups or something like that. Looks pretty fun. I think I did try it out when it first dropped. I mean, not a bad game. Controls felt good, stuff like that, but it's just not something that I'm going to just dive into and just constantly play. And then you got Psychonauts 2, which Psychonauts 2 was absolutely fantastic. And so then when you move over to Ninja Theory, then two games listen, come on, man. I know that I'm gonna get flack for me saying this, but I'm gonna always stand on business. Hold on. I always keep my card. I don't ever. Yeah, where is it at? Okay, here we go. Listen, they out of that 8 years, listen, hold up. They gave me that greatness. Oh, Bleeding Edge, baby. Bleeding Edge. Now, I don't know if you can get a match on Bleeding Edge. I tried about like at the end of the year last year. I was sitting there for a long time. I need to go back and try to check it. It's still installed. I don't ever uninstall games I really love, but yeah, but Bleeding Edge just didn't take off, sadly. It did so well at E3. Like, it was so fun. It was great talking to the developers and all of them, and I railed about that game. I talked so well about that game, but the lack of modes hurt that game more than anything. It wasn't because of the characters, things. It was the modes. They didn't have enough modes. And then once that team got taken from Bleeding Edge and went on to work on Hellblade 2, it was over. And that sadly is why that game is in purgatory right now. But hey, if you want to join me and we can try to run some matches, let me know. And then the other one is Hellblade 2. OD was supposed to be coming out, but that got canceled. So only 2 games from Ninja Theory. That's still not enough for 8-9 years of being in the game. Being a part of the Xbox Studios family, and that seems to be a big problem all across the board. Like, and you're right, Tashawn, like that's the biggest part of it, is that these games, I don't think any of these games, except for maybe Psychonauts 2, sold well enough to, especially didn't meet expectations. But I don't even think that, like, even as much as I loved Hellblade 2, what did it, I don't know if it cracked 1 million or not. I know Keeper didn't. Keelan, I don't know. I doubt if that even hit 500,000, whatever the case may be. So yeah, but you're right. And that's where the business part of it comes to reality, is that, like, man, look, as much as I love these games, as much as some of you guys might love these games, the biggest problem is that, if they're just not, people just not supporting them, and like they should. I mean, I supported them, but I'm just one person, and there's, it, like I said before, there's a lot of people that contradict themselves on a lot of this stuff. They'll talk about creative freedom. They want things that are different. They want this, that, and the third. But then when these games do come out, then for some reason they don't want to play them, or they get the pressure of whatever this new era wave of people that keep talking about games are too woke, or whatever this crazy bullshit that they be talking about, like whatever the case may be. I don't know. And there's also, we just got a lot of frauds in the public that sit there and just talk about how much they love gaming and they care about gaming, but then yet they only play free to plays, or they only play the big name games only. I mean, these are facts. So I don't know, but it's unfortunate. It really is. But I am glad that the studios made it through. I really am. What's going on with your pro? He sit there and he says, man, Mega, face it. He says, face it. Me and you, one in a handful of people that like Crossfire X, Redfall, and Bleeding Edge. You're right. Because you know what? Bleeding Edge is like I said, in dormant hell. I sit there and waited forever. So like I said, I got to go back and see if there's anybody that's playing that game anymore. Redfall, it's still available, but the potential was there. It plays a hell of a lot better now. So I need to go back into it. I mean, I really did enjoy the game. So I need to go back and see the improvements that they've done with the game here now. And then Crossfire X, like the improvements that they waited too long to get Crossfire X right. Like Crossfire X was so bad in the beginning. Those 2 stories were really good. And if they could have added another story while they were, and I know that Remedy was working on stories, but if they could have added one more story while they were still fixing the multiplayer, I think the game may have had an opportunity, because the game was really, really fun. I have one, man, it was COD light. It was COD light. Like, I was digging it. Like, I still got my gameplay of it. I was getting down. I really was enjoying that game. So I still think I don't have the other story mode recorded, but I do have the main storyline recorded. Man, I'm gonna tell you this, like, that damn story was making my Xbox Series X so hot, like I had to cut it off for a while. Like, man, it was that buggy. I remember Borderlands 3 did the same thing in certain areas in the game. So that was pretty wild. I don't know what that situation was, but I still got through the game. But there was like this one particular area towards the end of the story in Crossfire X that it was all these explosions and you was fighting all these people at one time. And man, my Series X was like, bruh, if you do, man, I'm hearing that fan go, wee. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's crazy. Anyway. So yeah, but yeah, we're one of the few that likes all three. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I'm in good company. Raichi sister says, Undead Labs, those last 6 years, nothing, since last month. Like, yeah, like Undead Labs had, you know what I'm saying? We still don't have State of Decay 3. And another thing that I'm hearing is that, like, now, since they're not going to be, now I didn't hear this from every other, but it was mostly about State of Decay 3, was that since they are not part of Xbox Studios anymore, that they might not put their game on Game Pass. That would be unfortunate, but I would still say support them. You know what I mean? Like, the one thing is, you know, I enjoyed 2. I never played the first one. I did buy it, and well, I'm lying. I did start it, but I already started with 2. But I wanted to go back and see what was so good about 1, and I kind of fell in love with 2, and then I just never went back to 1. So I'm a late adopter to that franchise. But 3, I was looking forward to, and I'm still looking forward to it. So if it don't come to Game Pass, that's unfortunate, because, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, at least I'm sure that Xbox might get some rewards or something like that if you're part of Game Pass or whatever. So I'll still support it. It's no big deal. And like I said, there's no way I'm not going to support Cinema. It can be on Game Pass. It can not be on Game Pass. I'm still going to buy Cinema. It does not matter to me. If you know, it's according to what Compulsion works on next. If it's another South of Midnight, I'm definitely going to support it. If it's something else that's unique into what they did with South Midnight, but just in a different, just something different, then I'll definitely support that. Double Fine, it's got to be Psychonauts 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, or dang, I can't think of the name. Jack Black was in it. There was the rock and roll game. They make that, which that's why I was hoping that they were going to do. Like, that's the direction I felt like all those studios needed to do, was just to go to some of their bigger known IPs and pump those out, because it's clear as day that Xbox's direction is about, now we got to come out with the bangers. You know what I'm saying? The creative freedom is great and it's lovely, but it's just like what Tashawn said and others here in the chat, which I appreciate you guys here. Don't forget to hit that like button for sure. But like, if it ain't selling, then I mean, can't be mad at Xbox for that. They brought the games that they said that they were going to bring. They got these studios to bring these games out. It's not that many, but they still brought these games out. It was up to us. And when I mean us, I'm talking about, because these games were all multi-plat. So it was up to us as gamers to support them. And we didn't. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to be included in that as well, because, I mean, I didn't buy every game on the list that I didn't buy Keeper. I didn't even play Keeper. I've heard Keeper is really, really dope, but I haven't. And Keelan, I'm not really interested in it like that. If it's a community night type of game, I'll play it for sure. But, you know, it's not not something that I want to play like that. Bleeding Edge, hey man, listen, if there's somehow they can bring another character in or something like that and try to revive Bleeding Edge, I'm on it. I'm on it, bro, all day, every day. Cinema, you already know. South of Midnight, if they bring something like that, and I will support whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But it's it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm just glad those studios are not going. So anyway, there some of the information that we got from them from Asha. She was pretty detailed in her in her post, and I was you know what I'm saying, very 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 articulate post. It felt hard. It felt, you know what I'm saying? Like if she wrote it or if somebody else and her staff wrote it, it felt heartfelt. It felt genuine, you know what I'm saying? So they did a good job with that. But okay, so this is just a small breakdown of it. 3,200 jobs cut through fiscal year 2027, including the 1,600 immediately. That's what we were just talking about earlier. 4 studios leaving Xbox under new or independent ownership. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the 2 that's going to be bought out by other publishers, I feel like they're all right. I'm a little nervous about the independent ownership. Now, again, they got all the freedom in the world, but again, if they're not getting the proper support when they make their next game, that's why I'm saying, to me, like Double Fine should be okay. Compulsion though. So that's I don't know. So I wish them, like I said, I wish them all the best. But man, being independent in this climate, it's woof. So anyway, Compulsion and Double Fine becoming independent and keeping their IPs, which is another cool thing, is that they're all keeping their IPs the same thing that they did with the studio that made The Evil Within and all that, and so that's cool that they kept their IPs. So I think that's fair for sure. Shouldn't be a thing. That's why I feel like it's the same thing that happened with Toys for Bob. Like I feel that Xbox is trying to help them go and have a better pathway, because I mean it's like what I read somewhere. It's like some of these studios just didn't blend. I just really thought that like Ninja Theory was going to be that studio, and they were the studio I felt next to Coalition to bring the showpieces. It really should have been Halo or 343 and Coalition and Ninja Theory being the three big dogs. And of course you got Playground Games now, making story games like Fable, and then the car game. I mean, so those 4 should be the powerhouses to display graphics at the level that they did, and Ninja Theory did do that. 343, again, I thought that Halo Infinite looked great, but that old aesthetic just, to me, like Halo 5 still looks better to me. And Halo 4 and Halo 5 still look better to me than Halo Infinite. You can crucify me for that, but I believe that. I mean, I'm going to jump and play Halo 5 tomorrow night. So tomorrow afternoon, and you'll see, because every time that I do stream Halo 5, there's people that may not have that didn't know about Halo 5 or haven't seen Halo 5. They just kind of went off the rumors that the game was no good or whatever the case may be, and they're looking, they're like, man, that Halo game looked great. What is that? And then we'll tell them, and it was never failed. When me and Don was doing our Halo nights, man, never failed. Anyway, so Ninja Theory and Undead Labs moving to new ownership with funding, which that is another positive thing, and that's why I still feel like those games will come to Game Pass, because Xbox is still giving them the bag. So, or Microsoft Xbox is still giving them the bag. I think that that's the same thing like with the Toys for Bob, where they let them keep their IPs and they're still going to be working with Xbox and putting games on Game Pass. So I think that that's just speculation, because this probably out of the games that's coming out from these studios, State of Decay 3 is the bigger one or the more popular one. So, I that's what I'm saying. Like they're still helping with the funding. I think that those games will still come to Game Pass, honestly. Okay, Arcane France reviewing possible strategic changes, that's what we were talking about. Like maybe Blade might get canceled. I don't know if Arcane is gonna, be sold off or kind of get absorbed under another studio under Bethesda or whatever. I don't know. I doubt that. It could happen, but I just think it's more of a Disney thing, dealing with the money that they got to put into this game, and this game is still not out. We haven't seen a trailer or anything like that. So that might be the game to get canceled, if anything. So, also Game Pass and multiplayer, multi-platform growth miss expectation. Now, this is the thing. This is twofold because I see this is where the stands is going with that whole Game Pass thing. You forget Game Pass was killing it. They raised the price. And people revolted, and they lost millions and millions of customers. Like it was crazy. I mean, like Viper sit there. I was trying to talk them to like, man, hold on, just get the lesser tier, the lower tier. It's all right. Nope, wasn't having it. So that's one factor of the Game Pass, because if you remember, they were talking about, hey, Game Pass is all right, but once they raised that price to $30, then Game Pass was people were pretty pissed off about that. So again, that's one factor. I'm seeing things that's been on Twitter and other places that gets at only at 30 million or something like that. Well, I mean, that was what it was. What? 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that, 6 years ago, something like that or whatever. So, I mean, and for all those losses, because remember Asha, in the interview said they lost a ton of subscribers. So that was one of the reasons why they had to make the move to lower the price of Game Pass and do the situation with Call of Duty to where the new Call of Duties will come in the following year, not coming day and date. So that's also got to be a part of the expectations. But the multi-platform growth missed expectations. Listen, man, I don't want to hear anything from any of these stands about them buying games and about Xbox not buying games. When I show this graph, when I start talking about the PlayStation thing, you're going to know the truth, the actual truth. None of this, all this internet talk, all this content creator talk from the PlayStation stands, it kills this here. So make sure that you clip this if you get a chance and you show them this, because it is right here plain as day. I will show you the site because I'm going to show it to you here in a little bit, but it's crazy. So, but they didn't, for Xbox making the moves to try to go ahead and do this hybrid, almost made it seem like that they were about to become a Sega. To go ahead and just kind of the Project Latitude. I'm glad it did not work. I'm so glad it didn't work. It just proved that these people that they were so adamant about, oh, we're going to get their games. We got their game. Hell, you don't even buy your own games. So enough is that. They don't buy the games that they talk about. But like I said, I can't wait. I cannot wait to show you this chart. Anyway, so that's another part of it too. That's unfortunate because for PlayStation gamers out there, for the PlayStation gamers, not the PlayStation stands, but the gamers, they have opportunities to play Starfield, to play Sea of Thieves, to play Hellblade 2, to play South of Midnight, to play all the Pendament, all these other games that came over there. And they just, Sea of Thieves is doing really well. Well, it's doing well because it's one of those cheaper games. And it's a live service game. Grounded has done well. But when you're looking at like when Gears Reloaded went over there, abysmal. Now, it is crazy that Starfield is done better than Soros, but still low unexpected. We're talking about like Starfield was so disrespected. Like it's crazy. The Indiana Jones game, the stands kept talking about, it sold more on PlayStation. It didn't do shit on PlayStation like that. So stop it. Anyway, so another thing here is that player base and playtime has declined. Well, yeah, I mean that part right there could be the reason of a lot of people got to be on the grind. People got to do work multiple jobs. People got other priorities that they need to take care of. And on top of that, you're raising prices on stuff. And so gamers are not going to, and it's like what I said, and I will continue to keep saying this. You keep raising the prices of these games. There's only going to be a certain amount of games that will get that love and that appreciation. Grand Theft Auto 6 is 101. You can maybe get away with we can get away with a $70 Call of Duty, a $70 Madden, a $70 NBA 2K, a $70 college football, and a few other games out there that $70. You can't do that. It just doesn't. It don't work. It won't work. The $70 price hike, that $10 extra hurt everything, except a few games that are popular. Most of them were sequels. You know what I'm saying? Very few were games that had that were first entries. So, I mean, and when you look at some of the games that are really popular that were first entries, those games were not those games were not $70. Not all of them anyway. So, I mean, the 007 did really well. I mean, but that's still a franchise, and it has movies, and it's been long standing forever. So, also I think Space Hammer or Warhammer, Space Marines, but that's a long-standing franchise. So again, there's just certain games that can crack it, but for the most part, a lot of people are not trying to spend this money like that. And if these companies are going to try to be crazy and try to push more and try to make these games go up another $10 to $80 standard, you're gonna destroy the industry. Period, because of your greed. I don't even want to hear the excuses from any of these people. This is reality. You know what I'm saying? So, he said, KW View said, $70 college hoops next year. Hey, if they bring college hoops, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. Yes, Jazzy Noob, Halo 5 Warzone is awesome. Right said, Halo Infinite looks like a 360. No, stop it. It ain't that bad looking. It's not a 360 upscaled 4K game. No, it looks good. It's that old ass aesthetic. You want Halo 3, you got the Master Chief Collection. Stop it, people. Now, if anything, I would want them, since they're doing these Halo remakes, Halo, I wasn't really interested, just for the fact that I will play it, but I wasn't interested until I seen it in action. I'm like, whoa, I'm definitely going to play it when it drops. So you give that treatment to Halo 2 and the Halo 3, by all means, do that. But again, they're going to modernize the game. So they're going to modernize the controls like they supposed to. Like, ain't nobody that is a Gen Z or even a younger millennial is going to want to play that old ass where you got to click in on the analogs to do aim and shoot. Stop it. We're not looking at a dude that's running around in a big ass suit that's a superhuman that can't run. What are we talking about? We're beyond that. Stop it. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. You know how I get into that. You know, he says, damn, a best girl was on oh, yeah. Ariente? Yeah. This is, if people don't know what my gameplay in the background, that's Ninja Gaiden 4. I recommend it. Please pick that up, man. If you're into hack and slash, this game to me is revitalized platinum, man. This combat in this game was outstanding. I want to do another playthrough. I think I might stream the second playthrough, and then I need to jump on that DLC. So, yeah. Tough. It's tough. Good stuff. Anyway, Right said I played Ocarina of Time in 2013, 2014. It was great, no matter the old mechanics. That is true, but watch I think that Nintendo is doing doing a remake to that. Watch, they're going to redefine the controls, and it's going to be better than ever. Like, that's the stuff that you just got to do. Like, I don't have a problem with playing the old stuff. It's just the thing to me. It's just like one set of gamers cannot sit there and keep trying to dictate of how other gamers play, especially that's like older gamers that were in the Magnavox era. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a rooted gamer, but I mean, I'm saying I wasn't in the Magnavox era. I was in the Atari era. But that's me trying to tell this younger generation, well, this is how you still need to play. We need to bring back Galaga and stop it. I mean, I love a Galaga, but I mean, come on now. Just stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Anyway, another thing here, going back to this, I'm over here rambling. It says cuts also affecting Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, Mojang, and Xbox Game Studios, which you did see that that Asha is having another woman to take control of, I think with King and Mojang, or I think maybe not all of them, but definitely Blizzard, King, and Mojang, I believe, and they will report to Asha personally, which that sounds like she's really got some plans for that. And hopefully, like, man, I mean, there's a lot of potential. I don't see why some of those games are not on the Xbox, like the Angry Birds and stuff like that. Like, man, like, I don't understand why those games aren't on Xbox itself. Like, it's fine. Yeah, they're mobile games, but you can translate those mobile games over to the Xbox. I mean, those will be really good, fun games just for passing the time and things like that. And especially, they're going to have these hybrid, handheld and things like that. Like, those are perfect games to play those games on. So I don't know. We'll find out more about what they're going to do with that. But there's also another rumor that I've seen, and I want that rumor to be true. I want this rumor to be so true, is that they were talking about they were going to put send Halo to Activision. Like, they were going to let the people at Activision take control of Halo. I want that 100%. I want that 100% because you'll hear, and I'm gonna explain this why. Not that I want anybody to be fired or anything like that. I want them to work in unison. But this is the thing about Call of Duty and the situation that we've been having with 343 for the last what? Yeah, it's been like about 8-9 years. Or maybe a little bit longer. Maybe it's been about a decade. Is the indecisiveness. Call of Duty makes what they make. And they may have went a little bit too far when it came to Black Ops 7, which not Black Ops 7, but Black Ops 6, which I really love Black Ops 6. I mean, my stat shows it. I enjoyed the game for what it was. I think there was just too much Black Ops going on because you got Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7, too much of that. I think they went a little bit too far with that. And also when they did the Call of Duty before that was half-assed. Like, it wasn't a full, like, Call of Duty single player experience. It was kind of weird because of the acquisition. So they didn't fully go all in. And even though, like, whatever people may feel about the single player of Black Ops 7, I feel like the co-op aspect of it should always be in Call of Duty going forward. I think that was really fun. I also think that the in-game stuff should always be there. I think that was actually really dope, a great mode to add. I'm not a Warzone person, so therefore this end zone type of stuff or in-game thing that they have after you beat the story, I think that's perfect. But my reasoning for all that is that they get their games out. They don't bullshit around. They don't play. They get to it. They ain't listening. They ain't listening to the outside noise. Well, I don't want Chief to climb and clamor. No, Chief is going to do whatever we want him to do because we know what gamers like. And with 343's expertise on defining with graphics, with their skills with controls and everything like that. Because that's one thing you can't ever say bad about any Halo game. Every Halo game plays fantastic. Every last one of them. Halo 5 definitely plays the best out of all of them, but Infinite is, for what it is, for going back to more of the old traditional style, plays amazing. 343 they mastered the craft of playing of how you play Halo. No question about it. It's just it seemed like the management aspect of it is just all over the place. So if you take that and put them with Activision, where Activision gets their games out, they know what they're doing, advertising, all that, and the third, I think it would be a perfect marriage. I don't know. You got to let me know in the chat. Big Bad Mo said, he said, fuck COD. Come on, man. Listen. It said, Big Bad Mo said, report to Asha, the Empress. Oh my goodness, man. It's just King and Mojang. Okay. I thought it was maybe Blizzard too, but okay. Thank you for correcting me on that. He says my game card has 52 frames, but I still, I don't know what that is. SLI it and another gaming card, and now have 104 frames. Deck of cards. And so anyway. Genesis, thank you for coming on. Genesis fan, I'm a Genesis fan too as well. Halo's going to Activision, will turn it into a generic shooter. I disagree with that. That's why you don't let Activision take over 343. You just like everything else of what Activision does, like their presentation. Like I don't think that even if you're not a COD fan, I don't think that anybody did not look at that trailer and was like, hey man, that looks pretty damn dope. That's impressive. That looks good. That looks fun. Think about Activision's marketing team doing that with Halo. Think about like I'm saying, like there is no indecisiveness. They know how I don't want Halo to have Call of Duty gameplay. Like, no, I want Halo to remain Halo, to do, their gameplay is absolutely fine the way that it is. But everything else that Activision does, even if you're not a fan of COD or not, you cannot deny that they're the biggest show in town when it comes to advertising, the way that they push out their games, the way that they and listen, I mean, how many times even I've said that there was times that I thought COD was on his last leg, and COD just keeps on resurging. And this COD I think is going to cook. I think this is the COD that everybody's been waiting for. They've been wanting. They were like, okay, we had the Black Ops. Why are we still doing Black Ops? Let's move on. And so now Modern Warfare 4 looks real tough. So so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many advantages for having 343 and Activision work together. Now, again, that's just a rumor. I would love it personally, but we'll see. That could just be hearsay. I want to make that clear. I just know I've been seeing it passed around. So anyway, let's go on and move on to that. It says, no announced first party games have been canceled, which is that's a big positive. The only one that could be on the chopping block could be Blade. But like I said, we don't know. Hopefully not. I really want to play Blade, and hopefully it'll be exclusive. We'll see. That Disney money might be too much though. So it might be might be part of Project Latitude. So anyway, management reduced from up to 14 layers to 5 or fewer. Now, okay, this thing right here, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely bananas to me, of how many managers or whatever people in charge that 14, that's too many chefs in the kitchen, Jack. You got to let the cooks cook. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that many chefs in the kitchen. So again, like that to me, okay, so this is one of these things, and you know how much I have love for Phil Spencer, but I have to, you know what I'm saying, I have to say this because I feel that this part right here is where Phil has made a mistake. And that's the trust factor. Case in point, okay, so there was an article that dropped years ago. There was and it almost made it seem like that they were trying to make it seem like that Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer weren't cool or whatever. I felt like that was bullshit. I think the article was trying to cause some issues or whatever. But but if you remember, they were saying that like Phil would go on like, hey, you know what? You're about to be the new head, so you need to take over things and do this and that and the third. And with Sarah Bond and stuff like that. This is what the article was saying. And so like when Sarah Bond was trying to get things going and set up these things and all this and the third, like Phil was just kind of like, man, I'm finna go game. I'm off my shift. I'm finna game. Now I know Phil games because I see Phil games all the time. So that's neither here nor there. Like everybody knows that Phil Spencer games. The thing of it is that I think that what was the biggest problem was Phil having too much trust into a lot of people and they didn't hold up their end of the bargain of wanting to do the right things. Case in point, Redfall. So if you just go back and you just see that, I've never seen Phil that mad. Never. He was ready to cuss on that interview. Like, I think it was the Kind of Funny interview, if you guys remember that. Like, again, it's the trust factor. These people they've been knowing each other for all these years. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are grown ass adults, and you should just go in here and you just say, hey. All I want to do is just go ahead and just see what's going on here, and how is everything? How's Redfall? We got to present this. You know what I'm saying? We got a little excitement about it. Blah blah blah. Oh, it's good, Phil. It's good. It's cool. All right. Now, should Phil went in and go check these people and go and look and play the games and all this and the third? Well, I mean, maybe not. I can't say maybe not. Yes, he should have, right? Because of course, what we got with Redfall. But that's the trust factor. And I feel it's the same thing again. Like, you got all these people you got all these people that are in charge that, like, 14 layers of people is insane to go through. Nothing can get done. If that's the type of shit that sounds like that's happening at 343 or Halo Studios, like, nothing is going to get done because you got too many people that, let's say that, like, before it gets to the number one person out of the 14, you might have went through 6 or 7 different ideas because somebody took something else out. That's no. That's too much. So on that was a mistake from Phil. That was a major mistake. Like that, like, again, the trust factor, and that's not on Phil to not want to be trustworthy with people. It's just the fact that there's some people you got to watch over them. You got to look over them. You got to make sure the shit's right. Like, because some people just ain't going to do their job. Or if they're not going to do if they're going to do their job, then they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you got somebody over their shoulder that's like, well, I don't like what you're doing, then it's causing conflicts. That's probably what you see that happened in Naughty Dog, with you got all these contractors and all this other stuff, like, just a big mess. So yeah, I was nuts to see that was that many people that was in charge. Like 14 layers to 5. Man, okay, so she's bringing it to 5 or 5. I would say she'd drop that shit to 2. I should drop that shit to 2. But I'm sure you got really big teams, so of course I can see, you know what I'm saying, 5 or fewer. But yeah, that was a pretty wild one right there. That's kind of like what I'm saying. Like, Phil was way too kind and lenient with the way things went. It came back to haunt them. That's the point. Like, Phil's kindness was looked at as weakness in a sense, because, I mean, listen, Pete Hines came out there and was in charge, who was making Redfall. Then the man leaves, knowing that Redfall was at the state that it was after a year delay, and then leaves, and then comes out and start doing this parade and shit about, oh man, yeah, no, Game Pass is unsustainable. I ain't want the game. It dilutes. No, bro. You just sit there and you bullshit at the public by sitting there having the audacity to ask for more money for a game that was broken. It wasn't a bad. Redfall is not a bad game by no stretch of the means, but you killed that game. You killed that studio. You knew what you did. And all for what? Because you didn't want the game to be on Game Pass? Is it that? Or was you just tired and ready to move on? But regardless of that, that's not how you push out a product, bruh. And that's what you said. That's the whole point of what you're saying, KW is, it's like Phil was too lenient. And I think that Asha is about that business. And so again, since she's not a true gamer like that, you know, or have these deep relationships, I think that she could be definitely a person not to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see her walk through, you might be like, man, I ain't trying to deal with that. Hey, man, get that shit in order. So I don't know. But so yeah, but Jazzy New, appreciate it, brother. He said, so you end up with too many levels of project managers for every little thing instead of having fewer layers. Exactly. That just don't make any sense. That is way too much. 14? I even seen people say up to 20. Now, I don't know if that part was true, but 14 is ridiculous. That's crazy. I mean, I know that there's big teams at some of these studios, but Nah, dog. No, bro. Okay, so this vendor spending cut by 50%. Now, I need a little bit of understanding on that one. Okay, so it says vendor spending cut. Is that for? Please help me out on that, chat. Is that something when it comes to the people with dealing with third parties or second parties or something like that, where they're not spending that much money into, they're not investing that much money into their studios or something like that? Let me know about that. Like, I'll wait for y'all to post that in the chat so I can get a better understanding of that situation. Like, because so I'm thinking that's what that is, but I'll let y'all clarify that for me. So, let me see what it says. Content creators played Redfall. They didn't say anything until the fallout. Yep. Nope. You're right. And hey, listen, I got much love for Colt, but Colt should have known better. Now I get it. When you go in there and they give you a vertical slice of the game, of course that vertical slice is going to be good. But I just can't. I don't know, because I mean IGN got a vertical slice too. So I'm just saying, like, listen, that game, like, I mean, and Colt couldn't show, but only for what they gave. I mean, what I'm saying, what they would allow him to show. So he didn't like show the gameplay. I do not believe. I believe that when I watched that video, it was him. It was showing for what it was their vertical slice that they gave to him, but he did play it or whatever. So, and like I said, if he got that vertical slice, I mean, I think what his excuse was that, like, hey, I played this, everything ran fine, blah blah blah. Well, we don't know, but okay, we'll take his word for it. But that IGN vertical slice was. Like, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, I remember Xbot 448 hit me up, like, because he was really excited for that game. We were supposed to do some some next podcast community nights with it, because he was so hyped for it. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. It wasn't on my radar like that. I'm like, I'll play it. But I'm like, But then when I seen that, like, I'm like, bro, hopefully this will get polished. This is a early build. What? Like, I didn't know. And then we come and get it. And then at first I remember I was posting it and I'm like, oh, this looks all right. I'm not having no problems with it. It was running really smooth. And then once I got to the point of, like, it wasn't so much, it was maybe about an hour or so into the game and all the problems started happening. And I was like, oh shit. Then it fixed itself out, and then there was other points where I was showing like some more gameplay, and then it started bugging out again. So I had to come clean and say, yeah, there's some problems here. And then they did the patch, and then I remember I was showing some more gameplay, and the people were like, oh man, I was like, man, this game is fun as hell. Like, I mean, just give it a shot. But by that time, like, you delayed the game for a year. All good faith is gone. You made the head of Xbox and that team look like idiots. Because they were hyping up this game, and then here you go. And then again, it's another factor for the gaming media and for everybody else who don't like Xbox to shit on Xbox, and for this game, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Like, that game should have not been released. It should have been delayed for another year. And it would have came out, because when they finally got everything ironed out, it took a whole nother year. So it took about a year and a couple of months, because I remember when they did that last patch that following to the summer. I remember it was in August, and I remember playing it, and I was like, oh, this is how this game should have ran. This is how this game should have been played. So it's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking as hell. So anyway, let's keep it moving. Mojang and King will report. Okay, so there it is right there. Mojang and King will report directly to Asha, which I don't know. That sounds like some big things is coming. Hey, we'll find out more about that. So, and Helen Chang, I'm country. Excuse me, I butcher names, so I just know the first name is Helen. So Miss Helen, she becomes the Xbox COO. So, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? Get the things cooking. So look, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. See, there's a lot of these weirdos out here that don't think that women don't know how to lead. I mean, we got women presidents and women rulers. And if you go back and go back in history and see what some of the, man, a lot of these women are fierce, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't know. Asha might be coming out here and might be bringing some Hell's Angels up in Xbox, man. We'll see. But anyway, Xbox plans to keep reinvesting, but with more focus. All right. So again, what's that telling you? What's that telling me? And what I think it's telling all of us, the creative freedom days is over. Hey man, sequels on top of sequels, remakes on top of remakes. If we make something new, that shit gonna be hot. That something's gotta be sure fire, burning, flame broiled hot. That ain't that no more betting on South of Midnight or Bleeding Edge or this, that, and the third. Listen, I want nothing but banger after banger. The name, I need more Doom, I need more Wolfenstein, I need more Starfield, I need some more Gears, I need Halo to be Halo. I need, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got Forza, we got Fable. I would love to see if they still have the assets to Perfect Dark. I probably doubt it, but man, that would be dope if they bring Perfect Dark back. But anyway, regardless, there's a lot of great games. I need another Killer Instinct. You got to do that. Come on now. Come on now. Stop playing with my emotions. I know they working on it, man. Come on, man. I gotta get that. I gotta get that information. Send that to me. Please. I need that Killer Instinct. We need it. We do. Anyway, all right. Let me stop my begging. All right, but still, that's it. Ain't no more games. Ain't no more little cute games and this, that. Like indie Xbox is indie Xbox. That's it. If you want your shit over there, you go to indie Xbox and then indie Xbox will promote that. Like that's it. But everything else, what that sounds to me, Xbox plan to keep investing. That means they are not playing around. They're gonna be bringing big budget games. Or the like AA, AAA. And sounds like to me that it will be like third party deals. So if we're talking about doing the exclusives, which I'm all happy for, then if we can get those third party exclusive deals, something that like what made PlayStation what PlayStation is today, bring it. The console wars is back, baby. PlayStation out here said, you know what? We taking our games and going home. We taking our ball and going home. Xbox needs to say the damn thing and say, you know what? We gonna up you one. We gonna do what you did. What made you so successful for all those years. Tekken was never yours. Final Fantasy was never yours. Well, it was yours at one particular time, but it's not yours no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't have Tomb Raider wasn't yours. What are we doing here? All those great games that we all thought were PlayStation games, they were just PlayStation, like the Personas and man, all that shit, the Yakuzas, everything. Man, you thought the PlayStation had all that. They just did those third-party deals, second-party deals, those exclusive deals. And if Xbox going to sit there and invest in that like that, let's go. So I hate for anybody that's wanting to look for something cute and adorable. I think those days is over for a while. I think we'll be back. I think we're going to be back to the big stuff. Like, I mean, listen, it's not to say that, you know, we're not going to get some cool ass indie games. Cause like I said, Xbox indies will be, you know, ID Xbox will still be a focus, but you know, saying, looking at these games of how they, you know, it's just not going to, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's good. And not saying that because you know how much I love the games I just mentioned. I just feel that this is the climate, the reality of how gamers play games. This is what this is. This is what this is. We are a community that likes to talk shit and say that we love shooters and sports games and this, that, and the third. Nope, we are. And we just got to accept it. We got to accept it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take away games from Jamie like he wants because he don't like open world games. Well, fuck that. I want more open world games. You can give them some of those little kind of directional games, that can kind of hold your hand and take you somewhere, and you don't have to walk around. And no. I want to journey. I can't wait to play Fable and just dive in and just learn. And if you know what I'm saying, if I just want to go over here to this one town and just go mac all the mamas out there, and then go all the way back to my town and just be cool. And then I go back and I find out that you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, because but it's so far away, nobody won't know nothing. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Just being messy, just open world messy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how people don't like open world games myself personally, but still, I get it. You put a lot of time in those games. There's a lot of time and effort in those games. So anyway, but yeah, So, and then the last thing here is goal is to return Xbox to the growth and growth in 2027. So there we go. Like we said, she said, give me a year. Everything is going to be different, and it's already turning that way. I am surprised of how much faith, but I think because she's a new face, and I think that the direction of some of the things that she's done by rolling back, which she did a really good thing with the reducing the price to Game Pass. Another thing too, before we get onto the Sony stuff, is stop having this pipe dream of thinking that Game Pass is going to go away. It's not. Let me make this clear to you guys. These corporations are here to keep you paying and not owning stuff. That is kind of the direction of what all these companies is trying to do. They're doing it with cars. They're doing, you know what I'm saying, with upcoming cars where you got subscriptions in your cars. They got subscriptions for everything now. And you still, like, this is what I don't understand about some of the people out here that they just can't wait to say Game Pass is unsustainable, and Game Pass has been here for a decade. When Game Pass was in its worst state, when it first started, when it had the small offerings of Record, Sea of Thieves, the Sea of Thieves, pretty much bones, because it wasn't as robust as it is now, and you had State of Decay 2 and couple of classics, maybe, and you know what I'm saying, and then you had Forza to save the day. That's when Game Pass was in a rough space. Game Pass is popping now. Now, there'll be certain games that, like, when we're looking at these fantastic lineups that we've seen for the last 2 years, keep going. Being sustainable, maybe not. But Game Pass isn't going anywhere. Will they make a change to where, like, some of these titles will not be on Game Pass day one, unless they're in the Ultimate? That's possible too. There could be workarounds on that. I don't know. But to say that Game Pass is going to go away when everything around us is using a subscription service of some sort. Hell, you can go get a subscription service to go to the movies. What are you talking about, people? What the hell are y'all talking about? Relax. So, said, okay, Doom was fun. He said, hey man, watch your mouth, Big Man Mo. He said, fuck open world games while everything some are done with single player is the way to go, like Mass Effect. Listen, sucker, I don't mind because you brought up the greatness of Mass Effect, but man, you can't be taking me. But hold on, but like Andromeda was like an open world game. So what are you talking about? Like what? Huh? Watch your tone, sucker. Listen, I want my open world games. Listen, I want my open world. Y'all can have y'all's little handheld games where y'all sit there and they tell you where to go. Go right, go left. Oh, PlayStation games are so bad with that, where they got to tell you to make this move. Oh my God, if I could just pull out this knife out of my right pocket if I hit the square button. I don't want that with every game that I play. I want crazy shit like Crimson Desert on occasion. Now, I don't want it to be, or crazy shit like Elden Ring. Come on, man. Like we got, listen, I play all different types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here now. I can say it now. Thank you, Ubisoft. I'm playing the early copy of Black Flag, Black Flag, and Resynced, and it is dope. I will say this: beautiful, and it runs like butter. That's all I can say for right now. I'll let Kano and them do their report, but I am playing it. It's good. It is really good. So anyway, right, it says PlayStation's Plus is doing 2 to 3 years old AAA games. Yeah, I know. Right. That's why it's piss poor. Now, Xbox is the best show in town. Now, Xbox can pull back on some of the hotness that they bring. I would hate it, but if they need to sustain some things, I'm not tripping about that either. You know what I'm saying? If they bring games later on to Game Pass, once those games been out since 90 days to 6 months, I can't trip on that. I can't trip on that. It's like if they're not going to do a lot of day ones of some of these new games that they're bringing in, I can understand that, but. But you know what I'm saying, if I got the Ultimate Edition, you got to still let me get my day one Xbox games. I mean, what would be the purpose? You know what I mean? So, and I don't think that, like I said, all this talk about Game Pass finna go away. That's asinine to me. This is people talking out their damn ass. Game Pass only had Yakuza has a good third party. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like they get Persona. Like, it's crazy. Xbox is now the Persona and Yakuza box. Now, let a PlayStation fan tell you different, but bro, what are you talking about? Like, Persona is now marketed by Xbox. Who would have ever thunk it? So that's why I say you got to give Phil, Sarah Bond, Matt Booty, that team, all the love in the world for bringing those gems over. We would have never, I don't think if they didn't do the moves that they did, I don't think we would have got an Expedition 33 on Game Pass. Hell, Expedition 33 probably would have been a PlayStation exclusive. I mean, PlayStation was trying to make Crimson Desert, which that would have been nuts and really big, smart move by them to keep that exclusive. Like they were trying as hard as they can to keep Black Myth Wukong exclusive. They're losing that battle. Xbox can take that battle over. You know what I'm saying? But again, we'll see what they're doing. Okay, so Big Memo said, I don't mind open worlds either. Yeah, no, I'm over here making fun of y'all. Like like I said, I play all the, like you see me playing Ninja Gaiden, and Ninja Gaiden is not an open world game. So Ninja Gaiden 4 it's very linear, is that they call it, I guess. But you know, and I have no problem with that. Like there's times I'm like, yeah, like there are certain games that I played, not Crimson Desert. Like I can't get enough of Crimson Desert, but there's been certain open world games. I'm like, oh my God, there's more. I've had that before. You know what I'm saying? And also with linear games, like I'm like, oh my God, there's another mission? Come on, I'm ready for this shit to be over with. But you know what I'm saying? That's just whatever the case may be with all games. Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got over 100. Got over 100 messages. And thanks for the people on Twitter that's checking me out right now. Appreciate it. Also on Twitch. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hit that like button. If you new, follow. You know what I'm saying? Like what I hit me up in the comments. If you agree, disagree, that's what it's all about. We having a conversation. It's my thoughts, and that's just what this is. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not right all the time. I'm right most of the time, but not all the time. So I could be corrected on occasion. But anyway, all right. So no further ado with that. We got that. When we get some more information about Xbox, and we'll definitely talk about that. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to this other second half of this talk about this PlayStation stuff. Now, again, I don't think people grasp. Maybe some of y'all do, but I don't think that. Like I'm looking, and maybe like the J-Dubs and Red Dragons and them, maybe they do understand. But bro, I don't think they get the level of backlash that Sony is getting for this move that they're doing. Like I'm seeing content creators that are kind of even keeled, huge content, like in the millions, talking about this stuff and bringing this stuff up and saying they're done. They're not doing this with Sony. They're like the PC community is already like, nah, I'm tapped out on you, Sony. I'm already tapped out. I'm tapped out. You sit there and you watered my mouth with some with the great flavor of PlayStation greatness. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to not, I wasn't trying to make that into a pause moment. So you know what I'm saying? But like with just quenching the thirst for the PlayStation games on PC. It's a good thing. It was a beautiful thing. It's a great thing. I could not be more happy to play the definitive editions of those PlayStation games on my PC, on my rig. It was fantastic. I can't go to the Ashy Larry console and play those games again. I can't. I just can't. Xbox has spoiled me with Play Anywhere. Xbox even sits there like, I mean, I'm looking out play some games on Xbox and I'm sitting here like, man, this thing, because the technology in the box, it enhances stuff. I mean, PlayStation does it to a certain degree, but man, no, not when you playing those crispy, the Horizon remasters and Ghost of Tsushima and can't go back. Even though I did beat those games on PlayStation, I cannot go back. After seeing that on my rig, I can't. And the frames and all that, I can't. I can't go back to playing Days Gone on the PlayStation console. After seeing it at its full potential on my PC. On Spider-Man, I can't go back to Ashy Larry. I just can't. I can't do it. It's not that I hate PlayStation. I know I talk shit about PlayStation, but I don't hate PlayStation. I got love for PlayStation. I buy a lot of their stuff, man. I got Sony products in my house, TVs. So I don't hate Sony, but damn, I don't think these people understand the backlash that they are getting. So much so, I was watching a video and they posted some shit that I'm going to show you. Man, hold up. So let me kind of break this down, right? So, okay, the whole physical disc situation, it's tough, right? Like, and I've said this before. What I'm saying, like, listen, these discs are pretty much like coasters anyway. So it's really not, you don't own the IP to a degree, right? So, but I stand corrected I stand corrected because, hey, we all have to get educated on some things, right? Now, it is partially true, especially if it's an online game only. Or but see, this is the whole thing of where offline is very important, right? So, so there was this breakdown about the channel I was watching. There was a breakdown about how the person was bringing up about the PlayStation 4 edition of Cyberpunk, and we knew that that was atrocious. Like, I mean, I was playing Cyberpunk on my Series X. I only had a couple of hiccups, but for the most part, it ran good. Like, it didn't give me a lot of problems. But it was so bad on PlayStation, and I think it was really bad on, it was worse on PlayStation 4, but it was really bad on Xbox One too, right? So it just wasn't ready for prime time. That game, how it was explained is that, okay, if they played that game offline, they would play the buggy mess that it was, but because it was offline and they had the disc, they could still play that game. And I was like, you know what, that makes sense. Okay, I got you. Now, when it comes to the online aspect of games, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because this is what I brought with my argument about, like, well, they need the day one patch. So therefore, but then it was just like you said, like, if you kept it online and you kept your PlayStation offline the whole time and played it, yeah, you wouldn't have got that day one patch that would have helped alleviate some of that pain, but that would have been your discretion. And that's what is important. And that's why the Xbox One went through so much hell, if you remember, is because of the fact that, they had, the DRM situation, and they were trying to do, I thought, something that was really cool, trying to do the whole friend sharing thing with up to 10 friends. I think that would have been killer, but we wouldn't have got Game Pass. We would have had that. And I think that would have been really cool. But again, who knows, right? Or maybe we still could have got Game Pass, but I don't think Game Pass would be as good as it is now because of having that. Maybe, I don't know. But still, that's why it was so important for the Xbox One to get that offline mode. And I do agree 100%. Like, listen, I'm a person that buys digital, mostly, but I still buy, I was just showing you guys, this, I'll show you again. I still buy hard copies. I mean, I went crazy and bought a whole bunch of 360 games. I'm going to start finding more PlayStation 2 stuff because, like I said, with all this stuff going around about how these companies are operating and how they're acting, I think retro gaming is going to come back in a big way. Unless these companies start figuring it out and stop understanding, listen, you can't keep nickeling and diming us. Like, I mean, it's already going to be bad enough. Like the Project Helix is going to be at least $800, at least. And I think that puppy's going to be $1,000 plus. The PlayStation 6, $1,000 plus, 800,000 plus. Both of these consoles are definitely going to be $1,000 plus, in my opinion. I say at least 800, but we're going to get to a time to where people used to, for the most part, most of us who's listening and stuff like that, buy multiple consoles. That shit's going to end, Jack. I'm not buying no PlayStation 6. I'm not paying $1,000 for it to collect dust for playing it for what, 6-7 games for its life cycle? Maybe, let's say 15, 20 at the max. Because I ain't buying games like I used to. I ain't double, tripling, and quadrupling stuff like I used to. I'm not doing that no more, especially when y'all asking for $70 for a game. Y'all tripping. Anyway, so this right here. All right, so this is Cyberpunk. I got Cyberpunk on every platform that I own. And I loved it so much. I have the digital edition on Steam and, actually through GOG. I got it through GOG, but I went ahead and I bought the hard copy to Cyberpunk. This is the PC. This is the PC version. This is the PC version. I still buy hard copy, so it's not like, you know, especially like what I brought up last my thoughts. I mean, every time Tekken comes out, I didn't do it for this Tekken, but most likely I probably will. Every Tekken that's ever come out, I bought it on multiple consoles, and you know, this was the first time with Tekken 8 that I didn't, you know what I'm saying, but I probably will because I want to get, because I do have behind me, I have the Tekken 7 statue and I want to get this Tekken 8 statue. So anyway, so yeah, no, these discs are still important. And this is another thing too that you got to put in perspective. What Sony's doing is not only dictating how the market is going to, how the gaming market is going to flow, but it's also alienating that small percentage that a lot of people keep defending. Well, most of it, and that's true, we do mostly buy digital. That is a fact. But there's still anywhere from 10 to 20%. I thought it was lesser. I thought it was maybe like 5 to 10% max. No, it is like 15 to 20% that buys hard copies. So Sony is alienating 10 to 20% or 15 to 20% of that base, because those people are not going to just all of a sudden say, I'm going to comply. That's just like the whole situation with the PC crowd. They think Sony over here thinking they shit don't stink. Like, oh yeah, well, you know, we know you want this Wolverine, and yeah, there's a lot of people that's going to want Wolverine. Hip, I want to play Wolverine too, but I'm not, and I'm telling you why I'm not, because I'm not going to play on Ashy Larry. I want to play that shit on I want to play the definitive edition of Wolverine. I do not want to play it on Ashy Larry. I do not. And so you get Mega. What about whatever game that comes out on Xbox? Like I said, I've been spoiled. Xbox makes sure that you get to play it everywhere. I can play if the game doesn't, okay, like Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 looked great on the Series X. Looked fantastic. But boy, did that motherfucker look like God tier, heaven up above just sent his hands down and put it right on Ninja Theory and made that beautiful game and said, here you go. When you played that thing, that buttery smooth game on PC, boy, oh my God. Couldn't go back. I tried. I did. I recorded some gameplay. I was trying to some people notice, but not a lot. Because again, you know, you getting feeds like, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing these games in 4K, but I'm downloading them like 1080p. Sometimes 1440p, but anyway, regardless, it's a difference, and I can't go back to it. I can't, and I won't, and that's for the PlayStation Pro crowd, right? Like, I can guarantee you that the people who have a PlayStation Pro, a PlayStation 5 Pro, They ain't going back to Ashy Larry. They're not. So why should I? I don't want to. I'm not. So Wolverine, damn it. Maybe, but no, I won't. Anyway, Jay Slayer, what? Hold on. Shut up, Jay Slayer. You a PlayStation dude, Jay Slayer. No, you ain't. Okay, hold on. What's going on with you, Rain? What's happening with you? Hardix Tech. All right, thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. Okay, so anyway, Jay Slayer. This is our PlayStation guy that comes through here every once in a while. Man, I really appreciate you coming through. He says, I canceled my PSN Plus and won't be buying a PlayStation 6 Wolverine and God of War Faye game I'll buy physical and then stop when they stop. Yo, stop that. No way. That's crazy. But see, that's what I'm trying to, like, these PlayStation stands can go crazy and sit there and try to, where's in digital? Y'all just over here. Nah, bro. When I found out the true numbers, 10 to 20% people buy physical. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a lot. You're losing out. And then we're taking it even further. Like Sony is not even learning their own fucking lesson. What happened with Helldivers 2, right? So the studio there sit there and was like, hey man, come on guys, please. You know what I'm saying? You're dropping our ratings down. Come on, man. We got mouths to feed. We got kids. Come on, don't do that. We got all this high acclaim. And it was unfortunate. I really did feel bad for the studio because Helldivers 2 is fantastic. Great game. And it didn't deserve the hate that it was getting because what Sony was doing by locking all those people that bought that game, they can no longer play it because you had to have a PSN. Like, man, what? Man, I mean, like, bro, PlayStation thought that they was just gonna jump on the PC and just start taking shit over like it was like. See, they got too high off their own supply. The gaming media glaze them. You got these PlayStation stands glazing them. You get sometimes some of these Xbox content creators that want to be on the kumbaya shit and be friends with some of these bitches and sit there and glaze them. No. That PC community said, man, you better kick rocks. I ain't doing this. And so Sony finally sit there and was like, yo, okay. And then they came back and said, but after this game here, we're going to go back to it. And and lo and fucking behold, these dumbasses out there went and is going to hurt probably one of the most anticipated fighting games of this year, which I can't wait to play it. Pokken. So you got to have a PSN account. Like, so for me, I ain't tripping. I got one, right? But for all of these countries that have the game, I mean, that are anticipating to maybe want to play the game, you already put this game damn near dead on arrival because it's not coming to Xbox. It's not coming to Nintendo. It's only stayed on PlayStation. And listen, it should do well on PlayStation, but it would do even better if you could have it. You could have all of the people on PC have the game under their disposal, to play. Just like, okay, so what's going to happen with Phantom Zero? Are you going to lock that down too under a PSN paywall where the PC community got to do that? I mean, listen, I'm cool with it. At least I'm getting the definitive edition. Because I'm one of the fortunate ones, right? Because I've already been invested with PlayStation. But for the PC community, for that PC person who's never had a PlayStation or don't want to be a part of their the PSN Plus or anything like that, why should they? Mind-boggling. What's up, Rain G4? So I can't. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're hurting. That fighting game. They show Blade. I'm like, man, I can't wait. Take my money. And listen, I don't know. But here we go. I got a little surprise. I got a treat for you guys, right? So getting back into this whole point about like Sony's over here, I'm thinking like, okay, I've never seen Sony get dog walk like this ever before in the history. I should say Sony, but PlayStation get dog walk like this ever. Never seen them get dog walk like this. I mean, you got Kentucky Fried Chicken. You got malware companies. Like everything is dogging the shit out of Sony because of this stuff. Like even the great Kojima saying like, this shit's scary, bro. What y'all doing? Hey, man. Hey, what y'all doing? And so you're thinking like, okay, all this backlash, Sony gonna dig their feet in the ground. Say, you know what? Our Australian plant, our biggest plant that does those discs, you know what we gonna do? We gonna shut that shit down. We gonna drop that shit to a small percentage. So by the time we get to 2028, it's that production of discs is gone, and we're gonna start working on AI. Well, I'll be damned. PlayStation community, I don't know, brothers and sisters, I don't know. But this is the reason why PlayStation is making this move. I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, so here we go. Oh, no, wrong. That's the wrong button. Okay, here we go, right here. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Here we go. Boom. All right. This is what PlayStation has done. This is what PlayStation gamers has been playing on PSN for this is the top 100, mind you. Top 100. Now follow me. Now I know my big head's in the way, so I'll go slow a little bit. All right, so, okay. We're going to go all through. We're going to hunt for the PlayStation exclusives. Okay. We're going to look for the PlayStation exclusives. So here we go. All right. So we got this tracker, right? All right. So let's go look at it. Okay. So users per hour for the month of June. Like, okay. So oh my God, 100 million hours played. Boy, them motherfuckers is playing. But what are they playing, ladies and gentlemen? What are they playing? Well, we're going to find out. Let me keep going down this. Look at this chat. Oh, yeah, because the cooking began. There we go. Okay, so we got Roblox, ladies and gentlemen. We got Roblox, number 1. All right. We got Fortnite, number 2. Boy. The delightful Fortnite and Roblox. Okay, which is understandable. I'm sure, Fortnite's going to be number 1, number 2, or somewhere around there. It's going to be high on Xbox too. So we got a sports game. Okay, we got FIFA. You know what I'm saying? Okay, or EA Sports FC. Got Grand Theft Auto 5, the game that'll never die. Okay, understandable. Okay, but we got an Xbox game. We got Minecraft. Okay, all right. Let's keep it pushing. Another. Oh no, hold on. We got Rocket League. We got Rocket League right now. And then we go over to number 7. We got Overwatch 2, which is another Xbox game right now. Marvel Rivals. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I know is this. Okay, let me just go back up. Okay. So, Roblox on everything, Fortnite on everything, FC on everything, Grand Theft Auto 5 on everything, Minecraft on everything, Rocket League is on everything, Overwatch is on everything, Marvel Rivals is on everything, Destiny 2 is on everything, Rainbow Six Siege is still kicking it. Okay, cool. It's on everything. Now we move on down to Modern Warfare 2. That's on everything. Dead by Daylight. We're at 12, folks. That's on everything. NBA 2K26 is number 13. We got Apex Legends. That's on everything. Number 15. Oh, shit. Oh, I see a PlayStation game there. Now, hold on, though. We'll get to it, though. 15, Red Dead Redemption 2. That's on everything. Oh, my God, an Xbox game. It's 16, Grounded. And then we get Rust, which is on everything. And then we finally get to a PlayStation exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. That is Gran Turismo 7 at 18. What? What? Hold on. I got to count this again. Okay. Okay. Everything it's live service or to free to play is, oh shit. Okay. And then you get to Gran Turismo at 18. All right. So we know that they're going to be, these PlayStation exclusives, they're going to start hitting. I think we're going to get right here. It's going to come right there. I know better. I know these PlayStation people play their games. I know they do. That's what they told us. That's what the gaming media tells us. That's what they all tell us. They play these games. They're the heart and soul of the gaming universe. Oh shit, 19 is Warframe, Cyberpunk is 20. Okay, 007 First Light, all this shit's on everything except for one. Battlefield 6, number 22, Elden Ring is 23. Valorant is that's on everything. Okay, all right, but you know what? That's on Xbox. So you know what? Can we count it? MLB The Show. Do they even own that shit anymore? I guess I don't know, but okay. So then we go to 26 is Genshin Impact. You know, saying Curie would be so happy about that. FC, UFC 6. Okay, 28 Crimson Desert. Listen, okay, all right, we got a sighting. God of War Ragnarok, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we had to get to damn near 30 to get 2 PlayStation games, 2 single player, over the shoulder, the template, the greatness, the shit that makes everybody wants to play and buy a PlayStation. 29. Okay, 30 is Warhammer. Arc is Arc, which is on everything. 31. Weathering Waves. I need to jump on Weathering Waves again. Okay, we got Arc Raiders. 33. We got Path of Exile. 2. We 35. Diablo Xbox game. You know what I'm saying? Like The Crew. Motorfest, which is a fun racer. Definitely really fun. Oh shit, we got another PlayStation banger. Okay, at 37, Spider-Man 2. So, okay. All right. And back, right. Oh, it's back to back. Ghost of Yotai. 38, 37, and 38. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can be generous and do MLB, but it's on Xbox, so fuck them. No. 4 out of 30? No, out of 38. Out of 38. 4 out of 38. I'm gonna keep going, ladies and gentlemen. We got to find these PlayStation, these bangers that they keep telling us about, these award-winning bangers. We only got 4 out of 40, but that's okay. We're gonna keep it put. Oh shit, right at 40, we got 5. We got God of War. Oh, here they go. Here we go. We got 641. The Last of Us Part 2. Okay, so we got 6. Okay. That Persona, The Witcher, Batman Lego, Helldivers 2. Do we count Helldivers? Nope, it's on Xbox. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So we don't count that. Greatness. All right, but still. Warhammer. We got UFC 5. So we got 6 PlayStation games and we almost hitting 50, ladies and gentlemen. We almost hitting 50. Escape the Back Rooms. I ain't never heard of that game. Keep that shit away from me. Pause. That sounds like some R. Kelly's new song coming out of prison. Escape from the Back Rooms. I don't want it. Now listen, I love my R. Kelly music, but not if something new. And if that was the name of it, like Escape the Back Rooms, no. All right, so you got 49, you got Elden Ring, Night Rain, you got Man 26, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Damn, it was almost y'all's, but y'all didn't buy it enough, so now we got it. So you're still at 6? God damn. Oh, we at 54. All right, Final Fantasy. Okay, we got Baldur's Gate 3, DayZ, and you got Final Fantasy Online, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Resident Evil 4. You got Forza Horizon 5. You got what is this? Neverless. I think this one of those. That's a free to play, isn't it? Yeah, that's one of free to play. You got 7. Okay, we got Ghost of Tsushima. All right, okay, at 59. So you got 7. He said ball and gun games. That's it. KW, that's it. Okay, so you got 7 games. You got 7 games out of 60 so far. You got Zenless Zone 0, which is dope. I need to jump back on that too. F1, Monster Hunter Wilds. You got another soccer game. Got College 26. Got For Honor. Final Fantasy 16. You got Tekken 8. You got Deltarune at 70. Oh my goodness. Come on now. We in the 70s. We only got 30 more to go. Oh my Lord. We got another one, ladies and gentlemen. I will count this one just because. Oh no, and it dropped 13 slots. At 72, you got Marathon. So we'll give them one. That's 8. And the eighth one is the 72 slot of what PlayStation gamers are playing at the moment. Kingdom Come, Star Wars, Elder Scrolls, 76. You got Star Wars. You got Satisfactory. We got 9. We got Spider-Man. Oh shit. We got 78. We got Spider-Man. There we go. All right. So you got Gothic, which Kano tells me is really, really good. I've watched the gameplay. It looks real dope. I kind of want it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of games coming, Jack. 80, Farm Simulator. You got Fallout 76. You got Expedition 33. Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's disrespectful, PlayStation community. That shit should be in the top 10, top 20 at the least. And you got this at 85. Where is y'all's morals? Where's y'all's gaming morals? Y'all need to be playing at Assassin's Creed Shadows. Anyway, the finals, the Division 2, another one of those Star Rail, Honka. I'm not going to try to do it, just Star Rail. It's in the same vein as Weathering Waves and all that. I think I did play that. I did not like that game. I did not like that one. You got Requiem. You got Skate. Damn, Requiem is at 87? Damn, Requiem just came out not too long ago. At 87? Okay, listen, this is y'all. 88 Skate, Hitman 3, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay, you can have that. You can have that. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay, now we in the top. We got 10 more, ladies and gentlemen. We got 10 more. Come on now. Come on. We only got 9 PlayStation games out of the 100 so far. We need more. So hopefully the next, because right here you see me at 90. All right. So hopefully we can keep this pushing and get nothing but PlayStation bangers all the way down. You know what I'm saying? We got to, because we only got 9 we got to have more. All right. So we end up Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Okay. We got Fallout 4. You got NHL 26. You got Sea of Thieves. Goddamn, Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. There's more Xbox games on here than there's PlayStation games, ladies and gentlemen. Do you not hear what I'm saying? There's more Xbox-owned games on this list of PlayStation's top 100 playing this month than PlayStation games so far. We at 9. Okay. Here we go. We got Sea of Thieves. You got Warhammer. You got Warhammer, you got Valhalla. Okay, we got 10. Oh shit, we got 10. We finally got 10. So we got Horizon Zero Dawn and number 10. So we at 10 games. You said 11. No, it's 9, sucker. I'm not counting MLB and I'm not counting the other game because they on Xbox. And I'm giving them Marathon. Marathon shouldn't count. It's on Xbox. I'm talking about PlayStation exclusive. Nothing that's on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so hold on. Where we at? Let me look at my list. Okay, so we're at Armor Reforger at 98 because we got Ready or Not at 97. And we got Armor. Okay, and we got another PlayStation banger that will be coming to Xbox, but it's not on Xbox yet. But anyway, we'll claim it. Death Stranding 2, god damn, and it's new. The game's a year old, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just now let me repeat that. Death Stranding 2 came out last year around this time, and the game is just now getting on the list. Do you not see the new? So that's 11. Big Bad Mo said 12. They count. Then you can't count any Xbox games because they on PlayStation, brother. I'm over here having fun with this. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. MLB and Helldivers is everywhere. That's why I didn't count them. Really I should have took Marathon off because Marathon's on everything. But I'm trying to get their ass over 10, and they finally did. They got to 11. 11. If I really wanted to do how they do it, it would be 7 or 8. That is ridiculous. And there's more Xbox games that did Project Latitude that's on this top 100 list. And let me take it back to the top so you see I'm not lying to you guys. Take it back to the top. Top 100 players. I mean, the top 100 for the last 30 days on PSN, brothers and sisters, gamers, PlayStation, we got to have a conversation here. We got to have a conversation. I don't want you to ever open your motherfucking mouth to any of us ex-bodians, ever. Shut that shit down. You have proven why Sony is saying, you know what the fuck? Why are we even doing this? Why are we even making extra production? Sorry, Blue Point. Hey man, what's the point of making remakes and remasters? You motherfuckers don't buy them. What are you talking about, bro? What do we do? Man, your first top 10 and there's no PlayStation bangers, bro. What are you talking about? You think, man, I'm looking at these ratings. They see the analytics. They know what's going on. And they're saying, look, you want free to play. You want live services. That's why they went this direction. Porter Rock, all the rest of y'all, enough is enough. Stop it. All of y'all ever done for the last goddamn 10 to 12 years is brag, bitch, and moan about, man, we ain't got more consoles. We ain't sold 5 to 1, 2 to 1, 20 to 1, and y'all motherfuckers don't buy these games. You free to play. Y'all the bro shooter. Y'all the most casual bastards I've ever seen. 90-some million consoles, and this is what your top 10. Your top 10 is a game that's been out since Jesus was born. 2 games since Jesus was walking the earth. Rainbow Six Siege and Destiny 2. Marvel Rivals. Great. Yes. Overwatch. Bro, Overwatch. Listen, I'm not hating on Overwatch. I'm just saying. What? Rocket League. Man, I remember when Crap and Mooch, when they were part of BGST. Bro, do you know how long ago that was? Rocket League? When Mooch and Xbot and the community, when Young Dealer was around, what are y'all doing? Rocket League? He is now. What are we doing? Huh? Man, stop this. Grand Theft Auto 5, I totally get it. And FC, and that we know Fortnite and Roblox. But man, where is man? We don't get to a PlayStation banger until 18. Soros wasn't even in the top. Soros, man, come on, man. I give up on y'all. I was gonna say I can't listen to anything that's being said. The forges and these little PlayStation dudes just running around scampering and just y'all are pathetic. Y'all can't even keep it 1,000. Listen, I got to bring Xbox dude got to bring you facts about why PlayStation is letting you know what they're doing. They are letting you know. This you have spoken. You guys have spoken. Come on. Your top 20. Hell, your top 30. Bro. Out of your top 30, you had 1 PlayStation banger. 2. And I mean, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And people keep wanting me to be generous about the show. So I'll give you 3. Casual, bro. You got to, man, stop this. Stop this madness, please. Hey, if anything, you want to come, y'all can sit there and come talking about the 5 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1. Gaming media, y'all can sit there and do all the cute little pretty shit with the 30. PlayStation is where is the best place to play Grand Theft Auto, and you can do all of that cucking all you want to, man. PlayStation said, listen, bro, we see what our community wants to play. They are a casual market, and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Listen, it's okay. My wife is a casual. She plays on her cell phone. These are cell phone games for the most part. What are we doing? know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can play damn near every one of these games on some kind of cell phone. Hold on, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, don't they got a Rainbow Six Siege on a mobile? Red Dead Redemption, you can't. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, that's that. I knew it when I seen it. I said I couldn't believe it, and that's the whole point of this. Is that's what I'm saying. Like, I stumbled on this myself from watching pro PlayStation big channels host it. They talked about it, so I went looking it up, and I was like, "Oh!" And when this was a little bit ago, so I was just like, "Oh, let me." And I said, "Oh, this goes." So, I mean, actually, so PlayStation fans, you can go and find Xbox is 30 days. That's fine, but it ain't going to equate to the way that y'all talk. It ain't. It's not, because I guarantee you, usually the top 10 is the top 10. I don't see Rocket League being in our top 10. I don't. I don't see Marvel Rivals being in our top 10 either at Xbox. There'll be some Call of Duties for sure. There'll be some Maddens or something like that. I can see Forza for sure. I can see Forza, all right. But anyway, regardless of it, it's embarrassing. You told PlayStation, this is on you guys. You told PlayStation what y'all wanted. And then, to make matters worse, before I get out of here, before I end it, come to find out some more information in regards to, for all these people, like, so Jay Slayer, let me tell you this. Ian says the only reason to even turn the PlayStation 5 on in the last 30 days is to cancel PS. You are a PlayStation guy, sucker. Jay Slayer, don't do that to your brand. Stop it. Damn, man, y'all mad. Anyway, he says, what site is this, K-Mega? This site is called pstimetracker.com. Statistics last 30 days. Just type in pstimetracker.com. So that's where you need to go. PlayStation Time, pstimetracker.com. It's right there. It says PlayStation Time Tracker. So go look that up and you'll see for yourself. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing you know what I'm saying? I might sit there and stretch the truth sometimes, but I ain't going to just bold out lie to you. What's the purpose of that? So, you know what I'm saying? I might tell you that I you know what I'm saying? I walked 10 miles, but I really walked maybe 4. Well, that's a long stretch. That's just lying. Anyway, but no, I'm just saying, hey, no, real talk. Okay, so let me finish this point. What I found out about for this crazy thing too is that, okay, so I've seen a lot of people quitting PSN. You better watch out because PlayStation has a kind of a fail-safe thing to where, and it takes a while. So let's just say that it's like 3 years or so. I mean, it's like I think it's up to 2 to 3 years. If you don't reactivate that PSN in up to 2 to 3 years, they will give you a notification a few days before that they're going to shut your shit down like the ATF. They are going to erase all of your digital library. You have they say after a couple of years, it's 2 to 3 years. And after that, if you have not reinstalled or recommitted to PSN. I don't know if that's the PSN Plus, or I'm assuming maybe to go back into the PlayStation Plus, and don't renew that, or to at least log in something to that degree. I think it's you got to have PSN Plus from what I read. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I know some of you people have seen that too. That they will erase your whole gaming data. Xbox, do not be no assholes and do no dumb shit like that. That's shit Nintendo does. That's something Nintendo does. They'll brick your shit just because you looked funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you looked at that little camera on the Switch 2 wrong, it might brick your console. No, Xbox, please do not be so anti-consumer to be on that. You got your problems. Xbox got their problems. There's no question about it. Y'all try to be slick with it sometimes. You know, y'all being quiet about that AI right now. Y'all know it's not very popular. But don't be anti-consumer like this. We know that y'all try to sneak those prices up and try to, oh, okay, let's back up, let's back up. They ain't ready yet. No, we know. But this is outrageous. I mean, and if you don't believe me, and thank you for the super chat, I'm going to read that in a hot second. If you don't believe me, just look at how Sony just did all those people. This is twice that they did this. They sit there and had a conflict with some movie company or whatever, and they took all, like, what, hundreds of movies away. And these people have bought these movies. I before they closed the Microsoft movie store, I loved buying movies off of that because it was just like, I was like, oh my God, they had great sales and stuff like that. I talked about it on the last My Thoughts. If they had the audacity to sit there and take movies, man, do you not understand the rage? And I'm talking about, I mean, I don't do content every day, but I would have content every day of lighting Xbox's ass on fire, on trying to get people's attention to sit there and to talk about this, to say, look, they took our content away from us. What do we hear from the gaming media? They brought it up one time and haven't mentioned it. What about the people? What about all those people at Bungie? All those people that have been affected? All those people that got laid off? The studios that got canceled just here last month or month and a half. You know what I'm saying? Hell, the media don't talk about it so much that I don't even know exactly what day it was. I just know it was a month or two ago. Oh, please look out for the developers. Oh my God. I'm so sorry about that. Hey man, what is Xbox doing over here, man? Come on, let's talk about Xbox. Look, we can't keep talking about Sony. What the fuck Xbox is doing wrong? Let's go, let's post this. Oh, we're so for the developer. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you guys, oh no. Hey, where is that Xbox? Well, we got a report about something about this bloodbath that's supposed to be coming. Where is it from? Who you got any leads on it? No, we just seen it in one of these posts here from where all these other gamers and developers and people. Well, do you got any background? No, it's anonymous. It's somebody that said they worked at Xbox. They formerly worked at Xbox. Put that shit out. Put it out. So we can't talk about what Sony's doing. Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all think I'm lying? Come on now. Y'all know I'm not. Anyway, thank you so much. Dayreezy, he says, hear me out. He says, thanks for the super chat. And yes, the super chat works, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Just let you know. So it says, maybe reaching a bit. I have an empathy. He says Sony stopping physical out of spite because of Helix. They control the B-Ray format. Since Helix may play PlayStation games, Microsoft will have to negotiate. Whoa. Now, you know what? Hey, if you're a basketball fan and you watch ESPN, big boy that sit there and did this and that was crazy. Hey, Reezy, that makes a lot of sense, because that's how we all thought when Xbox, when PlayStation started, when all these announcements started coming out back last year that PlayStation was going to reel it in and not start putting their games, except only live service games, on PC. And the whole reasoning, the more and more we kept hearing these rumors, was because of Project Helix, because that was the thing right there that we was all bragging about as Xbox fans. Like, shit, I ain't tripping about Sony acting a fool. I'm going to get to play these PlayStation games anyway. Why do I need a PlayStation? So, I mean, you could be absolutely right, because again, the main factor is that what PlayStation is doing is not only just affecting the PlayStation base, they're affecting everything in the gaming space. They are saying everybody has got to go full digital. They got to, what I'm saying? Like, so think about it. If Xbox, see, and this is the thing too, Xbox will get, see, and this is where the gaming media will get slimy too, because they also pointed out too, when there's all this information, well, Project Helix won't have a disk drive. Well, you know why they won't have a disk drive? Because Sony said, we're done with it. We produce these rays, these Blu-rays. So you're right. That makes so much sense. I did say something to the effect of like, not to where you say your shit is absolutely fantastic. You could be on to the true standard right there of what's really happening. But I did say this on my the last my thoughts where I said if Xbox wanted to go ahead and try to work out on bringing a disk drive to the Project Helix, then they would have to. That cost is going to be pretty damn high. And on top of that, who you think is going to take the brunt of the cost? It's going to be us, the consumer. And then again, this is what the gaming media and others will say is like Xbox is over here trying to overcharge people, trying to put people through the blender. They're over here now they're being anti-consumer. When it all points down to what you're saying right there, Rizzy, that is one hell of a point right there. So listen, I know that there's some Xbox people listening to me. I know there is. I'm saying this right now, and I mean this right now with everything in my feelings of being an Xbox fan. This you have to find a way to make sure that that gamers can do, because I know the disc to digital aspect of kind of doing what you can do that with your 360, you can do that with your Series X. I have not even tried. I'm sure you could do it with your Series S. I haven't even tried to do it on Series S, but I know you can sit there and you can transfer your disc data to your console. You got to find a way to sit there and try to have a hard disk drive. To get the graces back, to get people, because first off, you'll get PC gamers to pay attention. They're not all gonna just jump and abort and just leave PC and go to a console. But if you got the hybrid, right, and you got Helix, and there's two things you got to have. You got to try to find a way to have a disk drive, even if you can have it to where it can. You can add a peripheral to where you can buy a hard drive, even if it's like manufactured through a third party, or if you just have a little device in the back or the front of your of the Helix, to where people can buy a disk drive and use that to sit there and to download or play their games off of that. That's a must. The console may not come with a disk drive, but have the option to have it. Have the option to have it. Number two, what needs to be done is that you got to have every, and that's already said you're going to have Steam, you're going to have Epic, you got to have GOG. You got to have GOG. You got to have GOG. Because where the PC space is going right now is like they're really like, listen, pirating is going to be maddening crazy. Anything PlayStation try to do, man, they're going to tear PlayStation's ass up. They're like, oh, okay, all right, and PlayStation security is not all that great. But I'm gonna say this. And am I condoning that? I'm not condoning it. I'm just telling you, listen. But game preservation is now at an all-time high around a lot of people in this space. You got the EU talking about it. This government here. Maybe when we get some changes, we might. But you got the EU talking about it. You got everybody in there. You got people. You got so many different. This shit was on CNN. This stuff was the CNN. This stuff was on MSNBC. This stuff, MS Now. This stuff was, I think it was even on Fox. Like, this stuff is big news. Game preservation is something that needs to be there. Like, you trying to make this move to try to take something that people are paying money into and just say, okay, but then take their stuff away. Like, it doesn't matter if you never turn on your PlayStation for 10 years. That son of a bitch, if it can still come on, you should still be able to play the games that you bought. That's crazy to me. And let's think about, like, one of the biggest supporters of PlayStation has been GameStop. Sony put GameStop on red, like, yo, hey man. Like, how many times did we go to GameStop back in the days And they would promote you to PlayStation, any and everything. Well, on PlayStation, I mean, they would cuck for PlayStation, bro. And now PlayStation put them smooth on red. Like, yo, sorry, bye. So anyway, I don't know. But you know what, Reezy? That is a fantastic point. That is a fantastic point. And Sony did botch the ABK deal. Yep, they did everything that they possibly could. And listen, I know a lot of people are upset at Lena Khan for that. I am too. I thought that was, I'm like, listen, if you're going to do that to the ABK thing, which, okay, but Sony and Nintendo should have been looked at as well. But she wanted to get that win. I felt like overall, other than the stuff that she didn't do, I mean, other than the Xbox situation, I thought she did a good job for every other thing that she did. But that she wanted that big win and she took that L deservingly. But yes, Sony did put a monkey wrench into that. But again, let's not forget that deal with Call of Duty is only 10 years. It's not permanent. It's not where it has to be on PlayStation and Nintendo or PC forever. That deal is only 10 years. And what some people may be thinking is like, well, Battlefield is going to come back. This is the best Battlefield in a long time. And it outsold 6. It outsold 6 or 7. I can't remember. I think it outsold 7. For the most part, at the time, I don't know. I haven't seen the numbers now. But nobody's talking about Battlefield now. Everybody's all hyped about the new Call of Duty coming up. So, again, Call of Duty's not going anywhere. Battlefield's not going anywhere. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of shaky there, but Battlefield will be fine on that too. But, man, Call of Duty is going to still stand. And if it gets down to the nitty gritty to where you said, Reezy, to where that's 10 years. So that'll be later on down the line. So it will, so the negotiations will have to work well before that. But Xbox can play hardball too. Xbox can sit there and say, oh yeah, you know what? All this little funny shit y'all been doing, man, you know what? We're gonna keep our stuff on PC and Xbox in-house. We might go ahead and talk to Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo, they cool. They do their own thing over there. But see, that's where Xbox got to be. Xbox has got to be at a whole nother level of disrespect because PlayStation has been playing the disrespectful game long enough. No, nobody wants to see, I take that back. There are a lot of people that want to see Xbox fail. But even as an Xbox fan, I don't want to see Sony fail. I don't want to see Nintendo fail. I don't want to see the pain that the PC community is going through. Hell, I don't want people that play mobile to fail either. I don't want to see anything in gaming fail. But Sony shot themselves in the foot. If they don't reverse course, and it doesn't look like they are, man, what? Bruh, you just seen the top 100. So I don't know, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Let me read a couple of more of these comments before we get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Fan says the only action PlayStation has took was buying Bungie, and Bungie is a shell of itself. So, I mean, this generation for PlayStation, when I say this is the worst generation I've ever seen PlayStation have, it is a fact. There is no ands, ifs, or buts. The game content is limited. Their strategies has been ass juice. They have just only lived off a name premise, and that is a strong name premise because PlayStation has been in the gaming space for 30 some years or 30 years. It is synonymous to millennials who got Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like PlayStation is off a name worthiness like Nintendo. Xbox has got to get to that point to where people can't talk about Halo. They got to talk about Xbox. They can't talk about Forza. They got to talk about Xbox. That's where Xbox has to get to. Xbox has been around for 25 years. And damn it, you sit there and talk about their games more than you talk about the box. And again, the media does a part of that too. You got content creators that constantly rail upon Xbox or rail on Xbox on Microsoft. Then then it's time to be on demon mode. Be the goddamn demon. If you got to play the bad guy, play the bad guy. And this time you got to play the bad guy with your competition. No more being nice. No more. Look. Look what Sony's telling their fan base. Look at what Sony's telling their fan base. You'll be all right. In 2028, you'll be all right, and you'll still buy our shit for $1,000. You'll be cool. Don't worry about it. You don't need no disc. If you need a disc, well, man, hell, I'll sell you some. I'll sell you something. Maybe I might have a portable disc for you for about 150, 200. If you want it that bad. But instead, you're just going to take what we give you. And you better turn on your PSN after a couple of years. So what, you mad? You're going to lose that shit. What? You mad because pricing is different at this place? Well, no, we shutting that down. Our pricing is we're the only place you're gonna get the pricing from. You might catch an Amazon sale here or there. No. We ain't doing all that cute shit to where you can go to Loaded or go to some other place and some entity and you can buy this game for 40% off. Nah, son. Gran Turismo's been out for how long? Gran Turismo 7 been out for how long? No. Them shit should be like $19.99. Nah, bro, that's $70. No, man, you got no. God of War, Ragnarok, man, what award wins Ragnarok? Nah, man, that shit's still 60, 50. What you talking about? When we want to give you a sale, we'll give you a sale. In hell, we might not give you, but just two. We ain't Steam, bruh. PlayStation's telling you this, and you still got these people out here. Man, PlayStation's the best place to play. Shit, this shit. I'm so done with that community. I'm so done with them. Y'all go ahead and keep doing that. Y'all keep doing that. So Reezy said Sony is trying to control the market and get every cent they can. Yeah, they're like the new Apple. They are like. Yo, they are messy. Soon to be marathon tax. The deal was under Phil, Asha, the Empress. Don't play. Negan. Asha. Sorry, not Asha. Sorry, Asha. Gaming industry going to put some respect on Asha's name. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's business and it has to be done. Sadly, but I'm glad there's just no closures. We might have a canceled game. Hopefully that Blade game we'll see light of day. But and I could take a canceled game than studios being closed down. That would have just made me so angry, so upset at Xbox. I'm like, I would have went full nuclear and went after everybody and just that would have been some really bad incompetence. To get all those studios and then instead of letting them go places and breathe and have an opportunity to try to succeed on their own, just to shut them down, that would have been horrible. But we're glad that we didn't get that situation. So anyway, I do appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for everybody that came and checked out the stream. Thanks you guys from on Twitter checking me out. I'm pretty sure I'm clipped. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have some content. I mean, some content creators talk that shit, positive or negative about me. I don't care. Do what you must. I'm gonna speak my truth always. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm just always gonna speak my truth. I will speculate on times on some things, but man, there's no question right now. This is bad stuff right here. Sony's out their damn mind, and hopefully that there'll be enough to make Sony change their direction on certain things, because this is bad. But I don't know. Closing down that plant kind of seemed like there's no point of return. And listen, all I know, if this was Xbox doing this, we all would be in unison together talking about how Xbox is cooked the industry if they had that type of power, and it would be rightfully so. Sony's over here trying to just, man, bruh, I don't know. But thank you guys so much. Hey, if you are new to the channel and you like the content, hit that subscribe button. It is free. Hey, for anybody want to be a member, go ahead and do that. I will start getting here probably by the end of the summer. We'll start getting to doing giveaways again. Start giving out some free codes to members and things of that nature. Start just doing all that. Check out Fight Night from last night. You know what I'm saying? I had a good long session. Started getting my ass kicked at the end, boy. Them real rough riders was really close matches, but man, it was pretty tough. But I had a good time playing. So tomorrow night, the gamer section will be playing Halo 5 for community night. If anybody wants to join us, please do. We're going to be starting off with the campaign, and then we'll jump on to the online if more people want to come and join us and go ahead and play some of that great, fantastic, best Halo multiplayer for sure. Warzone all day, every day. Let me read a couple of more comments and then we're out. It says, future generations, what's up with you, bro? Said, yeah, canceled games or delays for sure. You figured these are the same studios that Phil got back in 2018. Remember? Yep, shake my head. Yes, it said, Sony been, yeah, I know that 2018 E3, that just kind of that was my favorite E3. Now it just kind of turned into almost a dud, man. That's wild. Anyway, they seem back to what he said. Sony's been lost their minds. They've been doing BS this entire gen. Another day at the office for them, no doubt. Like when they're taking people's movies away from them they spent money on and not reimbursing them or nothing like that. I mean, listen, man. To each their own. I can't speak for everybody, but I would be pretty pissed about that. But all right, guys, y'all have a good one. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon for community night. Hopefully, if not, if we don't have community night, if something came through or something happened, I will definitely have another fight night. And we'll be playing something a little bit different. That will be probably around 9-10 o'clock Central Time. So if y'all want to come join, have a good time, watch me kick some ass or get my ass kicked, whichever one. Please come through, and maybe we could run some matches or something like that if you got the game that I'm playing. All right, guys, everybody have a good one. Stay blessed. Peace.